Welcome back to Make It Mental, everybody. Since I've rebuilt my steering, I want to go ahead and do some other regular maintenance. And as you can see, it looks pretty nasty in there. And so to get this pin out of here, right, it's going to be hard to see, but there is a pin in there, right, because I did take that one out, and as you can see by the hole there. It's very important to do maintenance if you want to have a long living vehicle and you don't want to be constantly replacing parts. Clean all your parts, even the screws. I just got denatured alcohol in there, and then I got an old toothbrush that I no longer use for cleaning parts, right? You just scrub them, dry them off in a paper towel, and I also use a microfiber cloth. And I just organize my parts as I'm going through and cleaning them. Here I can already tell I'm about to have a bearing failure. I put some lithium grease, this Ford Motorcraft grease around there to try and help buy it some time, because I lost one of these right here, as you can tell here. Lost one of those, so I ordered a set of 2. I should have just go ahead and ordered a set of 4, but now I've already placed my order. I don't want to pay for another set of shipping to get a set of bearings, so I'm just trying to buy me some time. So I sealed it up with grease, right? And you might have to do the same thing. I don't want to pay for shipping again. Granted, if you spend over $100, in most cases you can get free shipping. So to get this pin out of here, what I found the easiest thing to do is just to take a razor knife and wedge it. Take a razor knife, wedge it. You might have to go over here somewhere and wedge it, and then the pin slides out. So does that look clean to you? Does that look like a shiny stainless steel pin? I mean, does that look nice and clean? Let me wipe it off with a cloth. So there's a look at the same pin right there that I just wiped off. I have not lubricated it because now I need to go through and I need to clean all of these circles, orifices, whatever you would like to call them. I need to get rid of all this mud because all that shit creates wear and tear. This is basically liquefied sandpaper is all this stuff is, right? So you got to get rid of it. Gotta get it cleaned out of there. Gotta get it nice and clean. Spend the day, on one vehicle. Even if you only own one vehicle or you own 100 vehicles, it doesn't matter. Just spend the day on one vehicle. Totally strip it down. I think I'm going to go ahead and strip down the rear side of this vehicle as well today, despite me wanting to make a video on something else. Just spend the day and do some maintenance. It'll help prolong the life of your vehicle. It'll make it handle better. And you should do this probably more often than I do. I would say probably once a week you should probably strip down the vehicle you drive the most. In my case, it would be this particular truck here. And just go through and clean it. Take everything off and clean it. And because, again, this stuff is sandpaper. That makes your holes bigger. That makes your steering sloppy. That makes your suspension sloppy. That wears out your gears. Go through and clean out your gears. And you can tell by here. I mean, just look at that. That is just fucking nasty. And that's probably a big reason why I have such steering slop, or I had steering slop before I did the repair. But anyway, I just want to inspire you guys just to go ahead and take a breather. Sit down in a chair. Play some music, whatever. And just go through your favorite vehicle and spend the day cleaning it. Totally dismantle your vehicle, clean it, lubricate all of the pivot points. You may not think this is a pivot point to the average person, but to somebody else who's new to this hobby, these little areas here by my middle finger, here with the scars on them or the cuts on them, are pivot points, right? Down in here, there's pivot points. Get it all cleaned up. Get rid of all the dirt. Shocks included. Make sure the shocks are full of oil. They do leak over time, and although these ones seem to be really good, I haven't noticed anything from these. And just totally go through and perform maintenance on the vehicle. Unless you can afford to replace parts all the time, then no big deal. Fuck it, just buy another truck.